Nice. Good start. And we'll take a Benalis Trapper over nothing. And now we have this pack. Vodalian Hypnotist is a pretty sick magic card. Otherwise, Fertile Ground is good. I think it's okay to take the Hypnotist. You could definitely take Fertile Ground. But I think this card's pretty nice. We're not looking to do some kind of multicolor soup thing at the moment with Fertile Ground. Like, it's definitely best if you start with like a dragon or whatever, one of the green dragons, and then you have some fixing for it. Rather just take a good card that incentivizes me to play this stuff than a card that wants me to be all over the place. And a Hypnotic Cloud, perhaps. There's also Shackles in the pack. Kavu Scout, pretty solid. I think I'm down with the Hypnotic Cloud. Pick up some discard. Passing our second title Visionary here. Presumably they won't wheel. Edward 40 Hands, aka the Trophy Leader, is sitting opposite us here. If this were pod draft, we'd have to play him in round 1, which would not be ideal. But yeah, I really like Hypnotic Cloud. I think this card's very powerful and splashable. Kavu Scout, totally fine. Shackles, somewhat medium. We'll take the Cloud. This pack is pretty bad. I do like Traveler's Cloak a bit. I think I'm supposed to take Rooting Kavu. I don't really like Quirion Trailblazer very much, or Frenzied Telling. They're both okay. Rage Weaver's not my favorite either. So yeah, I think it has to be Rooting Kavu. If I could now go back in time and pick up the Fertile Ground for the Rooting Kavu that I didn't know I was going to get, then yeah, I would definitely do that. It would make things a lot better because this is double green. Fertile Ground could help cast that, and Hypnotic Cloud. The splash would be more nicely set up, but otherwise, just see what happens because we can't go back in time. I like Pouncing Kavu a lot. I'm not sure whether I should be taking it here over Vodalian Serpent though. Part of the strength of this card has to do with being able to change your opponent's lands into islands if they don't already have islands. Most of the time they will have islands, I think. Maybe not most, but a good deal of the time. But I think Pouncing Kavu is quite good. Do I want to take this? I think this time I'm going to pass the Vodalian and take the Pouncing Kavu. Honestly, this might be a mistake though, because now I have a double green card, double red. Definitely would be looking better if we had a Fertile Ground. Not confident. Well, okay. I was going to say I'm not confident this is going according to plan, but super late Benalis Trapper. You should not get a Benalis Trapper this late. We're definitely playing white, so that part is nice that we have that locked up. And take like a Tinder Farm if we wanted. Ardent Soldier is probably what I should just take here though. Just another medium white creature. Otherwise I could take like a Thunderscape Apprentice, which actually could be good. There's also this Barbarian. I just don't know which colors I'm in yet. Probably not blue. Blue has seemed least open, I think, except for the Vodalian Serpent. So I guess I'll take that guy over the other one. That was pretty specific, right? We could take like Waxwing now, potentially. I think this makes sense. There are some enchantments you're going to want to blow up in this format. Don't really care about these cards. Mourning is decent, but this is like a main deckable thing, which is good. And then passing Yavimaya, Barbarian. It seems like Naya colors are most open here. This pack is pretty bad. I like Phyrexian Battleflies though. There's also Dismantling Blow. But I think the Battleflies are actually pretty decent. So we'll take them here. It's going to be a question of whether we can get anything reasonable in pack 2. Slimy Kavu is fine. Metathran Zombie blocks forever. But I just really feels like blue is off the menu. I'm going to try to play some kind of Mardu deck perhaps. Problem with Mardu is you have like some of the worst gold cards in pack 3. Thunderscape Apprentice. Seems like this makes sense over the Sunscape. Well, is that true? No, maybe that's not true actually. Let's take the Sunscape. Okay. And then this pack doesn't matter. Restrain is fine. Tranquility is also fine. Okay. Did they give me any good cards? It kind of looks like they did not. I can take Allied Strategies and try to splash it. Otherwise, Rushing River, Horned Kavu. Suppose Caldera Kavu if I end up in Mardu. I think the ceiling is highest on Allied Strategies, high enough that I should just take it. There is a real chance I'm playing Mardu here though, which I don't think I've played Mardu yet this season, so it could be interesting. Take the Allied Strats, and then Samite Pilgrim, I suppose. Card's always good. Passing another Caldera, another Volcano Imp. Yeah, it feels like if we wheel any number of Calderas and Volcanoes, we'll probably just end up Mardu. Maybe I'll just regret passing or taking the Allied Strategies. I'll take the Pilgrim. Lash Knife Barrier. It's not a card you expect to get past you. Whew, but there's also Magma Burst and Terminate. I think I'm supposed to take the Lash Knife, because like we have outs to play Esper here. We can play Esper with the strategies and the Hypnotist, and then not play red. But I don't like passing Magma Burst. I just think that I have to take the Lash Knife. There's also a Sea Snid in the pack. But yeah, I think we're taking the Lash Knife here. Okay, and apparently they just give me a Magma Burst anyway. So now we're really trying to play Mardu if possible. Interesting. I really like Bogdown, but we already have Hypnotic Cloud. I think I'm supposed to take a Sea Snid here and try to see if I can worm my way into blue. So far I have a very bad track record in terms of trying to pick up the busted blue-red cards in pack 3, but we can always try. Now we have Caldera Kavu versus Volcano versus Samite Pilgrim. I think we're taking another Pilgrim here. But I don't know. Because the thing is, like, I can't really play Jeskai if I take one of these, even though they're both good. This can go into my Jeskai deck no matter what, and it is good. Yeah, we'll take this. Okay, more Snids. This time they actually give us all 3 of the tough choices here. Snid versus Caldera versus Volcano. I think I have to take another Snid. And then I can look at trying to be Jeskai splashing black for Hypnotist and Hypnotic Cloud. Probably makes the most sense. But I don't feel good about passing all these Calderas and Volcanoes, especially knowing that there's a reasonable chance I'm supposed to be Mardu. Well, this pack is really bad. Take a Morgue Toad, perhaps. Otherwise, it's Sisei's Ingenuity. I don't think I have any color magic here, though, so just toad it up, I guess. Alright, so we get a Caldera back. I think I'm supposed to take this over Aurora Griffin. Yeah. I like Implode and I don't mind Kabu Recluse, but I still just want to give myself outs to Mardu. If pack 3 goes that way with this Volcano Imp. Wow, now we get a super late C-Snid. Nice. Alright, so this pack has Diversionary Tactics, Fire Ice, Standard Bearer, Living Airship, Reef Shaman in it. I think Honor Guard #1 is the most important card here. I'm actually getting really heavy on 5-drops, but I think I'm still supposed to take Minotaur Illusionist from this one. My current plan is to play these cards, I think. I suppose I could play Volcano Imp if I had to. I don't think I'm supposed to splash Phyrexian Rager from this one. I could just take, honestly, maybe a Quicksilver Dagger. Maybe that's just better. I don't know, Illusionist is sick, but I have so many 5-drops. Let's take a Dagger this time. Normally I would say this is just wrong, but this might just be wrong still. Let's try the Dagger though. Captain's Maneuver. Alright, we're getting hooked up. Very nice. So Whirlpool Drake is pretty decent. It can be awkward. Sometimes you'll have to cast this when you don't want to. Most important thing here is just taking the best card, which is the Honor Guard. Makes our Quicksilver Dagger better too. Once we get the third Honor Guard, I start having to wonder whether Diversionary Tactics #1 is better than Honor Guard #3. But we already have 2 Benalis Trappers in the deck, so I think it's just Honor Guard here. Alright, Raka Sanctuary is pretty busted. This is not a card I would expect to get here, so pretty excited about this one. We'll see whether it'll be any good. Alright, just finished eating. Hey Joe, not totally sure. Might be some lag or something like that. Do I want Manacles #1 or do I want Orm's Thunder #1? I think we should just take Manacles. Red is really the color of mana you want with this thing. Flowstone Charger is not going to be necessary. I wouldn't mind another Orm's Thunder if we got one. We're not very likely to see another one. I'm going to have some changes to make here in deck building. The deck is going to look a little bit different than the cards we have. We're not going to be playing Pollen Remedy or Mog Jailer, for instance, but we should have a pretty good deck here. It's another Goblin Legionnaire. I could take a Dega Disciple. I don't have one of these yet. I just said another because we've seen multiple. I think Goblin Legionnaire is going to be the correct pick here. So I'm going to have a weird relationship with the blue cards in this deck. Like, it seems like we are basically Boros splashing blue, which is a little bit strange when C-Snid is our splash, but we'll figure it out. Oh, nice. And we do get a Diversionary Tactics back. Standard Bearer is good, but we already have triple Coalition Honor Guard, so we don't need more of this effect, and this one is susceptible to 1 damage interaction. We don't really need Squeeze and Brace for anything, and yeah, I think Tactics is pretty good. And another Goblin Legionnaire, which I think I should just be taking here over Raka Disciple. The Raka Disciple is also good. There's a chance that this is better, but I think we'll just go with Legionnaire. And some more Boros stuff. Don't really want any of these, honestly. I guess I'm taking Dega Disciple with C-Snids and stuff. Maybe this sometimes matters. Don't mind a Kabu Glider. I think I like this card more than most people. Another one of these, so a little bit punished. There are matchups where maybe I would want to board in the second one. And a Helionaut, that's actually pretty good. Alright. So we have a bit of an odd one here. But it's not unusual to have a deck turn out like this in my experience, at least so far. So I don't think we're ever main decking any of the cards in the sideboard. So we can hide them for now. There are going to be a bunch of cards. Whoops. Going to be a bunch of other cards that we can hide in a second too. Yeah, we could just be Boros. I don't think we want to though, because we have Allied Strategies and Quicksilver Dagger, which I think are good splashes, and I don't mind Sea Snids, but we can start by just taking a look at Boros for sure. Those are not cards I will play in this one. We will not play Mog Jailer. We will not play Pollen Remedy. So we can start by looking at, I guess all of these, huh? Like, yeah, just actually all of them. Whoops. And then here, but we are incentivized to put blue permanents and stuff into our deck with the Raka Sanctuary and such. And same with like the Kavu. We would, So we could just play this deck, which might be best. We can even turn on the Dega Disciple with the Slimy Kavu, and same with the Caldera Kavu. There's also Helionaut. This might be good. There's also this up here. This is a 4-drop. This is definitely pretty high in terms of consistency. I think all of our cards are good, that kind of thing. Or we could think about, I don't think Vodalian Hypnotist can ever find its way in, but we can think about like the blue card draw, basically, and the Sea Snids. The problem with the Sea Snids, obviously, is splashing for fixing is pretty bad. If this were Tundra Kavu, I'd be much more incentivized to play the blue cards, because turning a land into an island would help us a lot. As is, for on-color fixing, we only have the Helionaut. I think, by the way, that Boros probably would want to play 17 lands, as opposed to 18. We could play these two. I wonder how free it is to play these two. Because we have 2 Coalition Honor Guards. Or whoops, two. We have 3, which means like our stuff is not very susceptible to removal if we want to put the dagger on something else. It's a blue permanent, but then it's our only blue permanent for the Raka Sanctuary. So I guess we don't have very many for not playing the Sea Snids. And then Allied Strategies, I mean, it does draw a lot of cards. We can potentially draw 4 cards, I guess, with the Slimy Kavu. What are the worst cards in this deck? Like, maybe these 2, something like this. How does this look? Is this better or worse? Probably need one more cut here. We could cut the Caldera Kavu. I think this looks better, honestly. I think it would be very reasonable to play Boros, but I think this looks a little bit better. Because now you get like the blue mana for the Kavu Glider too. And just drawing extra cards and dinging the opponent, I think, should be really good. This could be a mistake. It could be better to run it the other way, but I think I want to try this. It's really weird not to play Sea Snids. Also, triple Sea Snid is like way above average. But I think this is what we're working with. So we have 9 red cards. My brain's not quite on yet today. 15 white cards, that's quite a few, and 2 blue cards. It's a really good deck to have a Helionaut, that's for sure. Wants 10-2-6. That doesn't seem right. Definitely don't need 10 white sources. And then could consider going down to 8. We could go like 8, 3, 7. We do have roughly twice as many, I guess Manacles is a Boros card. Roughly twice as many white cards as we do red cards. I could just play 2 islands. I really wish I had a Tundra Kavu. It would make this... Yeah, I could play 2 islands. Like, ideally, we'd have 1 more white source. I don't think I want to play 19 lands. But then the other weird thing is, like, Pouncing Kavu is double red. So, what do we think here? Do I want to shortchange myself on the blue draw spells? That's probably best, honestly. And just say I have 2 islands plus Helionaut and hope that that's good enough. And if it's not, then I'll just figure it out later. Alright. I think this looks good. This is the previous deck we had, which was like straight up Boros. We were so close to getting the 3rd trophy of the day and taking the undisputed trophy lead with this one. And literally the last play I needed to make, other than attacking, was Captain's Maneuver, target my opponent's flag bearer and target myself. So I would gain life, basically. And I misclicked it. I targeted the things in the wrong order. Okay, we're playing someone who has presumably one of those names that you get when you're banned. Because, like, when you're banned, they they strip your name and they give you, like, Magic Player blah blah blah. This hand is pretty weird. I think I'm going to keep it with 18 lands in the deck, but, like... And given that we're on the draw, like, that should help too. I think this deck wants to take the draw. I think the Boros deck that we didn't build wants to take the play, probably. The last Boros deck we had, the straight up Boros one, wanted to take the play. Okay. So we're just hanging out. Caldera Kavu, that's a good one. Let's just play the Raka. I mean, I could Manacles this, but... Maybe I'm supposed to, actually. I mean, it depends how many swamps they have. Because, like, let's say, yeah, if this happens and then they don't have a swamp, then the Honor Guard is free to block, basically. Forest Walk, okay. Well, at the moment we're not in amazing shape, but we're not in terrible shape either. Okay, they don't have a swamp. Terminate? That's not ideal. Currently getting punished for not playing the Manacles. Could have an Exclude up here. I think we just run out another Honor Guard. Okay, they didn't exclude me. Oh, now they have double black though. So this is a 4/4. Yeah, I guess I'm just getting punished for doing this. We have to take the block that we're allowed. Needed to Manacles this. They only pump once. And a Meyer Kavu. Yeah, they're kind of beating me down here. Guess I ping this. The thing is, though, if we find a land here... No, we didn't. I was going to say if we find a land, then we have Pouncing Kavu kicked, which then sort of brick walls their board. What am I supposed to do? I could play a Goblin Legionnaire and just sack it right now. I think I need to play... I have to cast 2 spells. I'm actually really far on the back foot right now. I guess the 2/2 doesn't do anything. So I play Manacles. Problem is I lock myself into taking more damage, but I think this is what I have to do. Technically I could double block this 4/3. I don't love that though. Oh, yeah, the Sanctuary has done nothing. That's right, Keyfor. And good to see you. So far, I think we're doing all right. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, I don't know. We're both on full art basics, so I can blame my opponent too, Wacky. I don't love this because we might have had an opportunity to use the Legionnaire there. Okay, if they go for this... I think I'm supposed to take the damage here and then just use the Tapper starting next turn. But I was definitely supposed to play Manacles on this like a million turns ago. A pretty free block here. Seems like maybe they have like 1 spell left. They're probably almost out of gas. It's nice that like we do have our 1 blue permanent for the Sanctuary. If we find any of our 3 blue sources, something bad is happening to me here. Theirs are more hideous. Oh, they're gonna give this guy Landwalk, draw a card. I don't hate that, I guess. Glad that I kept this guy around, basically. I could just kill this with my Legionnaire. Which I guess now I will, because I'm not doing anything else. They chose Power Plant. Love it. So if we just ever find a land, we should be in pretty good shape. Thing is, I could have been like way more stable if I had just played the Manacles before. Uh-oh. Oh, Vodalian Serpent. Well, we have no islands, so it's okay. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. Do this. Okay, Lash Knife Barrier, great. Oh, nice. Congrats, Wacky. Yeah, it is definitely awkward if we end up wanting to cast our blue spells, but I don't think it's going to be a huge problem because we have the Tapper for this and stuff anyway. They're just playing a bunch of like nothing. Like if we find island here, for instance, it's still great, I think. Or we just draw this. I mean, they should eventually die. It's going to take a while, but... yeah, I'd love to draw island here. Okay. That's a little bit annoying. It does take me off my pouncing Kavu. Okay, we just have more nothing. I mean, they played their last card. I can just pass. I think the opponent does not know how this works. I have Lash Knife Barrier out, my friend. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be nice if it helped with Sanctuary, right? Okay, well, that was not a very convincing display of the blue cards there. They looked not very useful. And the islands, I wonder if I'm supposed to board into Boros after that, actually. Because they have the 6/6 guy as well. And they're like sort of trying to beat me down. I actually think that we can just do this. Do that. This was the last one. No, this was the last one. Okay. Once one planes. Does that make sense? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. It'll be 10-7. I think no. Let's do a mountain. Yeah, it was a pretty poor display of the blue cards there. But fortunately. Yeah, poor triple C-snit indeed. Yeah, drawing 4 would be sweet, but I think the dagger is probably better, just because we get to start killing their stuff. Okay, we might actually cast Captain's Maneuver this game. Oh, there's a Dega Disciple. Their deck seems pretty reasonable, by the way. Like, seems like their cards are totally fine. Mountain Walk? How dare you? How dare you, opponent? So rude. So next turn we have Kavu Glider into pump the Caldera Kavu. And then we have a kicked Pouncing Kavu, and then we have the Captain's Maneuver. Nice, okay. Can also just be mana efficient here. I don't think there are any flash cards or anything that they can have. Obviously, like counter or whatever wouldn't be great, but we can just bonk them for 3. I assume that they just have at least 3 red cards in hand, maybe 2 or 3 red cards. Whoa, maybe not if they're Esper. Okay, the Fairy Squadron, sure. And then now we have trades here thanks to the Dega Disciple, or we just run out the Pouncing Kavu, which is mana efficient. It's like, do we want to get... I think actually pressing damage is going to be better. So let's go land. Just do this. Get in 6 damage. And then now we're in this spot. Opponent's hitting me for 4, but we just hit them for 6, and we played another guy. Yeah, classic Boros aggro indeed. Good to see, by the way, Arameth. And yeah, I mean, this just should be super sick. Seems like they've had a very Dysfunctional draw. Hooray! Alright, so now is the real question. Do we give up on the blue because it wasn't very convincing there? I think I want to try one more time with the blue. But obviously we know that the Boros can get some work done as well. No, are you serious? Of course we got this guy. This freaking guy. Okay. Here I am trying to do my little experiment, have some fun, and then this character shows up to ruin my trophy dreams again. This guy is probably one of the best players of the format, Wacky, so I just don't love my odds. No, the blue cards. What kind of clown put these into the deck again? I don't know. It'll be fine, maybe. Just draw one of our 15 lands in the deck. That is the one upside of the blue version of the deck. We have a lot of lands we can draw. Perfect Grixis mana. Oh, and the slingshot. Okay, we do find the land. Somehow I think this guy's dead. Oh, no. I thought my Coalition Honor Guard was just dying there. I think I need to give up on my allied strategies, unfortunately. Okay. I think it was better to attack there. Well, no, maybe that's not true. It's dying? Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. I think we're sacking 2 lands. That's a good question, Wacky. I really don't know. I don't remember what my hand was. I think I'm losing this, just like any removal spell or whatever. It's a good one. Good draw from me, though. Honor Guard Burst Angel. Honestly, I have no idea. We could win this game, potentially. Obviously, this is a forced block, but... Kills it and then spends a removal on my Angel? Okay. This has to be like the worst possible outcome for my opponent, that we had another honor guard. I think there's a chance it was still right. Like, we have a 4-turn clock here. I don't know. Got 1 card in hand. No attack is promising. Wow. Now I'm just going to leave up Captain's Maneuver. What am I supposed to do? I don't think I'm typing skirt in the chat that time, though. Yay, thanks, Kiefer. I'm slowly learning. I think we won this one, guys. Triple honor guard's really good. Really? What is that? 2 flyers off the top randomly? That's some BS. Okay, easy. Perhaps. Okay. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Okay, let's take out the blue. Yeah, nothing less than triple honor guard was necessary there. So there are a couple of reasons that I think this is correct. One of them is because I was never sold on the blue cards anyway. I just kind of thought it would be fun to try. The other thing is the opponent's putting us on the play, which most people don't do. So we want to have, one, a more streamlined deck, so our draws are going to be more functional in the play. And two, it's nice to be a little bit more aggressive as well if we're going to be put on the play. I think I don't know if you said it like that exactly, Joe, but like you did suggest that I shouldn't play the blue. And for the record, I do think you were right. Opponent's deck is really good. Without that Magma Burst, we might have just died. Also, I'm going to want to play Goblin Legionnaire with the red mana up in this matchup, if possible, a lot of the time. Oh, I should have put in the foil Diversionary Tactics. That was a leak. We're going to keep this. Well, not exactly wacky. Like, sometimes I do things that I think have a real chance of being wrong just because I want to get in some reps and see how the thing plays. This might be bad. Can turn my stuff not white so the Sanctuary doesn't matter. Because I try to slime him. Arctic merfolk, okay. What if I resolve a... What do we think about this? Opponent's hand is Tidal Visionary. Excuse me. Let's just get the Slimy Kavu down, I think. I mean, I can't double spell or anything, right? Maybe Samite Pilgrim's best. Okay, wacky. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. Let's think about this a little bit more. I'm just going to play the Slimy Kavu and try to mess up my opponent's mana, I think. No land drop? Okay. They might be getting slimed. Yeah. I think I'm supposed to take the damage here because I have Pouncing Kavu. Well, actually, maybe that's wrong. Let's just block. Caldera. Okay, now we want to turn the mountain off for as long as we can. I mean, I could just... Let's just do this, I guess, first. Can, like, lose pretty hard if I get bogged down here, maybe. Yeah, this is fine, though. But there's a 2-mana card. Oh, another one? Okay, that's fine. I kind of want to kill this. But now I have a second white card. I think it's better still to just kill this. Actually, you know what I could do? I could leave this back. And then we have First Strike plus Goblin Legionnaire. Let's do that. I think I'm going to get bogged down here, though. I don't know. I can't really play around that. Okay, they're going to slay this. It's pretty bad for me. That is indeed pretty bad for me. Pretty easy take 2 damage from my perspective here. Shoot. That was so horrible for me. I think I can't win now. I think I need to attack. They take it. Shock this. Protection from Kavu. Well, I guess my guy's not. Ooh, okay. We drew a good one. Okay, that's fine. Spell. Never lucky. I think I have to apply pressure. Question is, am I allowed to give the opponent their mana? I think I am. So otherwise I take too much damage. Problem is if they just draw the Slingshot Goblin, we kind of lose. I think I just have to give it to them though. So otherwise we just lose the race. Well, I mean, they didn't attack with anything else, so just do that now. Can I please draw spells? Yeah. Okay, well, they had another mountain anyway. That's hilarious. Now we're gonna die. I mean, I can draw a removal, but it has to be like right now. That's decent. Still losing at the moment. Actually, maybe we're okay, almost. The tapper kind of messes them up here, I think. I think the tapper helps. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna die, but... Stupid lands. Be for real? Make sure I turn off auto yields. Mm-hmm. Why do I feel like they're magma bursting me? That's horrible for me. I have to draw. Can I just draw Magma Burst, please, one time? Or Coalition Honor Guard or something? I have a bunch of good draws. This 2/2 has a free attack. But it's also maybe better as a blocker. They might want to send the Arctic Merfolk. They should attack here, though, absolutely. I think the Arctic Merfolk needs to get in. I don't think this is correct. I mean, maybe it doesn't matter. I don't know. You gotta be kidding me. Come on. Yeah, well, if they go for this, then maybe I live. Actually, wait, I can't live, right? I'm still dead. What if I drew a spell, though? What if that happened? Yeah. GG. However many lands we drew there is obviously not ideal. And there's another one. Okay. Manacles would have saved us if we had drawn that. I think I played that correctly. I don't know. So now I have to figure out whether I'm supposed to draw first in this matchup. I think there's a real chance I'm supposed to take the draw with my Boros deck here. Be a little bit stronger against their discard effects. Make their 3-color mana a little bit worse. Have more looks at my best cards. I think we just go for it. We're not really beating down. That's fair, Wacky. No. No. Dang it. Are you serious? Like, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, well, the honor guard helps a lot. Opponent's deck is very good. I mean, Seda Disciple is like one of their weaker cards, but we're playing Dega Disciple to do the same thing. Arctic Merfolk, okay. I think they don't have a good block against Pouncing Kavu here because they can't ping it. They can't +2/+0 anything. Obviously they're missing black mana right now. What is this all about? They have some kind of... Oh, they have Zap in hand? Okay, we'll take the damage. I don't have an attack here with the Honor Guard. Yeah. No, they find their black mana. We were in pretty good shape until then. Okay. Okay. I can't block the Caldera Kavu, so it's really interesting they didn't attack with that. I think I just play tactics here and pass. I think I'm just hanging out. Currently feeling like I'm winning. Okay. Okay. Maybe winning is a stretch, but like not losing at the very least. Pretty big damage chunk to get in there with the Rock of Sanctuary coming down. Okay. Okay. Do I have an attack here? I think the Pouncing Kavu probably does. Because let's see, 3 and I prevent 2, so yeah. And I could actually go for this attack where I send these two, and then I use the Vigilance tap to hit an Arctic Merfolk or something. And then they can put, yeah, that seems good. Maybe I got overzealous here. Maybe I messed this up. Yeah, I think that was probably bad. Yeah, it was certainly bad. Just took 5 damage for no reason. I mean, we're still fine here at the moment. Okay, should be pretty safe after this. Okay, cool. Well, I did mess up a little bit there. I don't know if it mattered I don't know. It was really a nice feeling to beat that player, though. Somehow I thought my 2-3 could live if I went for the tap in combat. Okay, let's get these stupid blue cards out of here. I don't remember who thought that, who took the blue cards during the draft and then who was like, yeah, put them into your deck and stuff, but that person was a little confused. We're on the Boros Redemption stream. This time, I will click my captain's maneuver correctly, damn it. Oh, we're paired against, not only a 2-0, but a 2-0 with an old name. But they're going to play first. Interesting. Keep. Got our white enchantment hand. We're just going to run into another Boros aggro deck. Yeah, we're doing lots of guarding here, Mercurio. Good to see, by the way. Alright, if we can just Lash Knife Barrier into a land, then I really like my spot. This deck is actually really good, unlike the last Boros deck, which was amazing, but not particularly strong. I like Esperland's Pass. No, don't do something. No, they killed it. Alright. Oh, wait. But now they don't counter my Lash Knife. This might be better. Land? Not a land. Not a land is going to be bad if we don't draw a land soon. There may be missing lands here. Land? Okay, easy. Get down an Honor Guard. It's got 5 toughness, sort of. Well, it was amazing that we were able to make it work, really, is what I mean. Because it looked like, I think everybody thought partway through the draft that it just looked bad. This one never looked bad during the draft, so. Obsidian Acolyte, okay. Nothing black here, go fish. What am I supposed to do? I guess I just Slimy Kavu them? This can attack, right? Yeah, it can attack pretty easily. What does this one do? Pump toughness? Does. I really like my hand, so hopefully that'll translate to a winning position. Yeah. Yeah, it is basically Valkmira, isn't it? I think that one also prevents a damage to you and like gives your stuff like Ward 1 or something maybe, but that, I mean, yeah. Yes. No, that's fine. Land. Okay, easy. What do we do when we smell blood in the water? Naturally, we pounce. All right. This is looking really good, folks. I mean, it's only game 1. They should remove this from their deck, perhaps. They scoop here. Clock's not running. No, they're still playing. Okay, they're perhaps making an oopsie here. Yeah, they just chump attacked into the Coalition Honor Guard, and then before I had a chance to block, they just had enough. Let's just run it back. Alright. We have a bunch of mountains in the deck. We can maybe draw one. I'm going to keep this. Opponent's playing first twice, and we established in the last one that sometimes even the Boros decks do want to draw first, so. Drawing plains, not ideal. I think it's 8 mountains in this deck. Yeah, we're on 8 mountains, I think. The Urborg Skeleton. Ooh, nice. Right on curve. into the sanctuary, into the the decimation. Yeah, we're just gonna go for the immediate Raka. If they kill the Legionnaire, then you know it's not ideal. But we're not gonna offer the trade. Hey, they can turn my guy blue, so then we only. Oh wait, we still ping their stuff. Kappa. Okay, folks, we're pretty close. Then they also have to hold up black mana every game and this, or every turn, and this thing doesn't block. Take the damage. We're really close, Joe. We won the last one. Ping you. They should probably -2 power here. They will. Yeah, I think we can just call this one a trophy. Wait, what? Oh, for a second I thought it said 1 power, but it's just a really thin looking 0. And then I think that's it, honestly. I don't know if they can come back from this. Okay, Phyrexian Slayer, does that do anything? Whenever it becomes blocked by a white creature. So let me just triple check whenever it becomes blocked by a white creature. So we can still attack. If they double block, we have the Legionnaire. Looking really, really good. We will not block. I guess I should ping this one. I don't think it really matters. They can have Exile here to get rid of the Coalition Honor Guard, but frankly that's fine. Not good for me, but would be acceptable. Okay, and then I'm not going to play around a Wrath. We're just going to run out Ardent Soldier. Trying to figure out whether or not I want to blow this up. Wow, we did it, folks. In like record few turns as well. That's trophy number 6. Redemption for the last Boros deck where I misclicked the thing. And we're catching you, Edward 40 Hands. I mean, maybe.